Are you ready for the Astro-Weather Weekend? Aquarius and Pisces Moon, getting us ready for the Aries super full moon, Libra season, and the Yankees won. Let's talk about it. Pew. Grand Rising, good people. Eric Taylor, BigEAstro Astrology, back with another Astro-Weather Weekend report. And thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and pass it on. Share with your friends so they know the weather and they're safe out there. It's a dangerous place, right? This lyrical gorilla is trapped on a flotilla. Don't you understand? It's the thriller in Manila, the mic killer. Jumping in, Gunga Din, born to win with my grin. Hairs on my chinny chin chin. So, yeah, we're still on a shutdown. And I think people are happy about it. You know, I don't get too into politics, but, you know, I want you guys to really think beyond left and right, Democrat, Republican, and think about what intentions are being done to create this sort of disruption or chaos to further put us into submission to then have to get new order from this chaos to further control us. Mira, use your cabeza. And, you know, we just pray for peace worldwide. It's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Libras, hit me up, Eric at BigEAstrology.com for your birth chart sales, sun, moon, or rising. The temperature's rising. Go listen to some Mobb Deep if you know, you know. I should give you the Biggie Astrology like musical, you know, songs to go listen to. I don't know if you know about Guy, first two albums, Lucy Pearl, Tribe Called Quest, every album, De La Soul, every album. Yeah. Just some things to check out. Music Soul Child, first two albums. Jill Scott, first three albums. Erykah Badu, first three albums. Okay? Then come back and talk to me after you listen to those. And Far Side Souls of Mischief, first album. So, and everything by Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One, Eric B. and Rakim. Slick Rick. There you go. Must listens, Public Enemy. You know, the Aquarius moon's at 24 degrees, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Sorry, I got distracted. I can talk about music and sports all day long. But yes, this Aquarius moon is, and also we've entered the Libra Aquarius Deacon. So the balance and harmony and peace and justice is going to be more tilted towards real freedom and liberation for the collective. So Friday should be interesting. Watch the news dumps. The moon should finish up at 0 degrees on the East Coast and 1 degree on the west side, Pisces. And then you have the Pisces moon, mira, Saturday, Sunday, and un poquito Monday. And then we'll have that Aries super full moon coming in on the 6th. Okay, so that's going to be muy interesante. And we have got to really tap in because we're still dealing with this sort of energy. It's not exact, but the Lilith, Black Moon Lilith and Scorpio trining the Pisces North Node. So it's like, have these energetic, empathic dreams. Right now, you should be in a place where things are slowing down and you meditate and you're doing your breath work, toning, right? And you can sort of see gaps in the dimensions and the portals. And you have to be maniacal, intentional with the positive self-talk. Reconstruct your brain and your words. Visually feel the words coming down from the cabeza, going down the escalator and being dispensed out of the boca. And you will choose your words more wisely. They're well woven, dipped and draped inside a cove. Men know how you represent. Speak properly and never be hesitant. I gave Bucky his dents. Of course I represent. So, you know, it's important. Okay? And Coffee Talk, the first announcement, October 17th, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 65 minutes via Zoom, only $13. Now, you guys watching, you got to come to my Coffee Talks. You've been missing them. My tribe people will come, but people come from all over the world and they're really amazing. I'm teaching a lesson on the chart that's going to affect us all from October 22nd into February, Neptune back, maybe end of January, but it's, I got to double check the date, but it's Neptune re-entering Pisces for the final time in our lifetimes. This is going to be a powerful November, December, 3.5 months for us to really say goodbye to the illusion, the escapism, the victimization, the deception, the confusion, the fog, and get ready for 2026 where we will see things way more clearer. And we're getting a preview, right, of what we're seeing of this more dystopian, reality and point of view of fascism and all this craziness. So pay attention. I think some of us are kind of sleepwalking. There's a lot of revolutions worldwide that are happening in many countries, and I think eventually they're all going to be for the good. And the biggest one is Burkina Faso, I can't pronounce it, but in Africa, with them having and developing their own internet. And that is powerful. And keeping their own oil and gold and minerals and different things. Because the European countries have ravished and pillaged and stolen and, oppressed all the natural resources of the motherland, which, maybe part two, because the indigenous American motherland is here, right? So, as I told you before, I am the indigenous American, Indian, Moorish, Bahamian Jew. How about you? Who are you? Do you know your heritage, your lineage, what you are? It's important, okay? So, let's get right. Let's get righteous. Let's stay in love, vibration, and frequency. Thank you to the last two guests, Dr. Karen Michelle. Go watch episode 383, Psychic Medium. She actually playing the harp, channeled my mom. It was very powerful. She's a psychic medium. It was a great episode. And then last night, the legend, my guy, Aquarius himself, master teacher, astro-numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn was on. And it's just always such a pleasure. And I give him his flowers, but I don't know if you guys really get what he means to the world and the community, and just his knowledge and his gifts and the way he connects people together. So I feel like every episode I record with him is a keeper, because these giants and legends we won't have forever. And I'm all about honoring the elders and the ancestors, and he's a colleague, but a friend. And just go watch the episode, leave a comment with Dr. Karen Michelle and Lloyd Strayhorn. And I've got a lot of other great guests coming up the rest of the month in October and November. I'm already booking up. So stay tuned. I told you, Larry Stern from the Real and the Woo podcast. She's really great as an amazing yoga teacher, the chakras. We're going to get into that. Just a bunch of people. And we're getting into a lot of authors. Leah, Kimberly, Portia Cooper's coming back on in November. That's going to be awesome. She's opened up a new channel. So there's a lot brewing, baby. Okay, a lot brewing. Jazz, Aphrodite, and I. Go watch her breakdown of Dame Dash on Numbers and You. She broke that down. I think it was on Monday's episode. Jazz is brilliant. So we're doing a workshop on Saturday, November 8th, just a week after the Chiron Workshop, which you should go and sign up for, BigEAstrology.com. Saturday, November 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern, only $32. Jazz and I, Saturday, November 8th. Now, it's not much money, but I want you guys to, definitely sign up for these, because you don't want to miss this knowledge. This is going to be powerful. We're giving you the 2026 personal live readings and forecasts for your abundance and purpose through astrology and cardology. It's going to be $46. It's going to be about 2.5 hours. And it is Saturday, November 8th, 6 p.m. Eastern. I did it 6 p.m. Eastern so we can, over there in England, you can still come late at night, but that's late enough that we can get early morning Australian people. You want to sign up for this. The cardology is amazing. Jazz is brilliant. You don't want to miss this. And this is really to get you ready for 2026, okay? So let's get to the chart. The Astro-Weather Weekend. Those are the announcements. Always join the tribe. www.community.BigEAstrology.com. October 10th and October 24th, Rebecca Vidanoff, Victoria Richardson, Akashic Records and Channeling, Psych K and Human Design. My community and tribe is outstanding, and people come from all over the world. You should join. We do 2 monthly meetings, discounts on all services. Right now it's still 18 and 5. My tech guy's trying to fix it, so it's going to go up to 23 and 10. Join now. You get locked in. All right? Astro-Weather Weekend, Big Astrology. Pew! All right, you know what it is. Forget about it. Friday, the day of the planet Venus. Have your chocolate. I cheated and had two pieces of chocolate yesterday, but it's kind of very healthy chocolate. And I think I'll have a piece today. Just finish my lemon water. Need to have some tea. Big E Astrology. So we see the deacon, the sun. Okay. Sorry, let me get my mouse together. Spit it clever. Never say never. Peace to Trevor, Noah. I'm the ill flower. 10 degrees. So that's the Libra Aquarius deacon. You start at the sign and then you go to the next sign in the same element. So then at 20 degrees, we will get into the Libra Gemini deacon. Capiche? And this has got a little north node energy behind it. And then we will get into the Jupiter, and this is the lunar mansion. Okay, so we still got the Venus dancing in Virgo, moving closer and closer, right? It's conjunct the South Node. And so that can get us back into our values, our resources, devotion, and relationships from the past, but also things that we may need to release, to let go of. So this is a good time, like spring cleaning, fall cleaning, to recycle some clothing, right? I've got some stuff that I don't wear anymore. The old shirts that don't fit, they go to pajamas, but I probably have too many. I need to get rid of some, and probably there's some I can throw away that are older than my children. Wifey would tell you my closet is, whatever, but but I'm also trying to buy cotton, organic cotton, linen, and wool. Okay? No more synthetics, high vibrational. Lilith, Mars, Scorpio, talking about high vibrational. You're going to be extremely empathic, detective. You're going to want to investigate things. With this Aquarius moon, it's not really trining anything. Although, Libra, Mercury. So you've got the moon trine Mercury. So our emotional and logical mind is like, why don't we have peace in the Middle East? Why don't we have peace in the Congo? Why don't we have peace in America? Why don't we have peace in Venezuela? Why don't we have peace for the world and humanity? It's a weaker mind that goes to violence. If you can't talk, discuss, and negotiate and be willing to be fair and trade, if you just want control and dominance, then you're more of a savage. Okay? So that kind of speaks to colonialism and just everything. Sorry, it's the truth. But, that is an undisciplined mind that has to react and go to violence. So there's kind of this in conjunction with the Jupiter in Cancer and the Aquarius moon, where we're kind of feeling disrupted about people not having peace in their homes, in their homeland, and the loss of innocent lives and children. So there's going to be really some heavy protests this weekend and screams of freedom and liberation, even today. Obviously, the Saturn is moving now at 27 degrees. I forget how far it goes back. It may go back to 25 or 26. And Neptune's getting closer at the 0 degrees. Remember, it's here all the way to October 22nd. That's a long time, Lucy. I told you over 3 weeks. And it's really trying to get us to see sort of clearly that we have got to have control over our own minds and our own heads and our own independence and sovereignty. 2026 is going to be fascinating. These planets go back. These retrogrades of Uranus and Taurus into the feminine fixed earth, Saturn, Neptune into the feminine mutable water are really trying to prepare us for being able to deal with anything that's coming and to also tap in to awaken the divine feminine, but also to see clearly how we've been kind of lazy and complacent the last however many years. We've been lulled into entertainment, the distraction, the circus, and that doesn't serve anybody. Wake the heck up, step up, put on your big boy pants and panties, and grow up and become mature adults. For real. In every way. And stop babying your children, right? There may be a point where you can't have whiny, crazy, crying, weak children because you may have to be on the run, or you've got to plant food and grow things or fight for survival, and all you did was cripple your kids. My kids are ready for everything. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying I'm the perfect parent, but my kids, they know the deal, okay? All right, let's get to Sabado. Enjoy Friday, date night. Yeah, I think I may do something nice for wifey and definitely have some quality time. Maybe go out to a restaurant for dinner. We'll see. All right, Astro-Weather Weekend. She cooks better than the restaurants, and right now we're on a kind of a little mini fast. A Pisces, Saturday, Sunday, a little bit of Monday, time for eating light and intermittent fasting. Yeah, so that's exactly, she's a Pisces. She's going to be doing that. Astro-Weather Weekend, Big Astrology. Pew! Yo, Secret Saturday, Sabado, Libra Sun 11 degrees, the bee's knees, brother please. The Pisces Moon 8 degrees, okay? So then it went to 2. You know how we do, so 8 degrees, I think it's going to be moving faster, and so it should finish up at around 14 on the East Coast, 15 on the West Coast. So Sunday morning, it should be at around 21 degrees. But I got a funny feeling it's going to be at 22, which will be a little faster. Bombastic. So the Pisces moon will, get conjunct the North Node. A lot of spiritual practice on Saturday, the day of the Sabbath, spiritual discipline. You can work out. Saturn rules the bones, the lineage. But remember, it's the government and the authorities. This moon represents the people. There's going to be a lot of stuff about the people telling the government, we need to get this government, this nation right. We need more compassion and empathy. We need more grace and mercy. Stop invading these cities, Portland and Memphis and this and that, and bring more peace. And, some of these cities, things are out of control. You see, you can't have it both ways. You can't have violence and stuff in the streets, and then when someone says, I want to come and clean it up, that you get up in arms and whatever, the way they may do it. Why do we have so much issues in our cities? But a lot of it stems from lack of government funding and people that are in such severe poverty. You have some people who do crime because they have mental health and addictions. You have some people who do, different crimes for mere survival. And you have some people who are just crazy. But whether you're poor, black, white, Latino, there's a lot of stressors going on. Not enough paying jobs, people are overworked, overstressed, and all this stuff. So everything is so complex. You can't label it with one thing, but violence and aggression is not always the answer when there needs to be more resources. So these are things that you have to think about. But just because you're struggling or depressed or whatever, it doesn't mean you should rob and steal and have crime and, deal drugs. So there's so much to it all. And there's so much to the Lilith. Well, Mercury is about to leave 4 or 5 days. And the Lilith is now, it's getting closer to conjuncting the Mars. So there's a lot of investigation, detective work going on Saturday. Saturday may be a good day to go through my playlist and watch my channel so you can really tap into all this ancient wisdom and knowledge. But please reach out. Check out my website. I have a lot of services. I teach one-on-one classes. I have my unconscious soul chart, which connects to the gene keys. It's the formation of your soul 88 days before your birth. And that chart really, it connects in a different way to the natal birth chart. I think you guys would really love it. And the moon tracking chart. I recommend, not just the women, everybody does a moon tracking chart, because you learn about the moon and all 12 signs and all 12 houses for a full month, but how you will feel every 2.5 days, 60 hours. Body, emotional, mind, health, intuition, your family, your mother. It's very powerful. Venus is definitely, moving on up to the east side, and a little loose sextile to Mars, but this Pisces moon will finish up, getting closer to opposing the South Node and the Venus. So that should be interesting. A lot of things about creativity, but a lot of focus on health with the moon and Pisces this weekend. And take care of your feet, people. Keep telling you, take care of your feet. Jupiter is still getting closer to squaring the Chiron. So, there can be some uncomfortable emotions with the moon and Pisces in this square about how we were raised or treated in childhood. And you got to get past it. You got to forgive mom, dad, school teachers, whatever. Yeah, I had teachers tell me I would be nothing or whatever. Look at me now. They probably watched me on Oz and Sopranos and on TV, sports radio. Maybe they're watching me on YouTube. So kiss my grits, right? I'm very successful. So that's, you always have the opportunity to get the last laugh. And definitely tap into your creativity and imagination, okay? It's really important. And know if you're a Scorpio rising with Lilith and Mars, you're going to be very energetic and really tapped in intuitively, at this time. Wherever you have that Scorpio house, the Mars is the willpower and drive, but it's long lasting in Scorpio. In Aries, it's combative, it's quick, it's competitive, assertive. In Scorpio, the Mars is more, it's very heavy mental, but it's like, it's Reiki, it's energy, it's moving things, but it wants to investigate and research. It wants to get to the truth. I'm going to do some research and maybe come up with, I may do a celebrity birth chart this weekend. I may finally get to do that JFK chart for you or something like that. Or I may do Jeffrey Epstein, but I think I'm going to save Jeffrey Epstein for Coffee Talk, in the second one in October. Okay. For October 25th, the Saturday, I think I'm going to do Jeffrey Epstein and I don't know. I feel like I want to do somebody, another, like a Libra. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do Jesse Jackson. I don't know what the people want, but we shall see, okay? All right, enjoy your Saturday. Do something creative. Listen to some good music, high vibrational, maybe instrumental music, and definitely increase your water intake for the weekend. Wherever you live, East Coast, West Coast, any part of town, it never rains. BigEAstro Astrology. Let's get to October the 5th. Let's go, Yankees. Yo, sleep on it. Sunday, October 5th. Dat Piff, let it riff. Professor Griff. Don't tiff. Get real peanut butter. Don't eat the Jif, although I used to love it as a kid. No peanuts in the peanut butter. I like it creamy. That's just me. 12 degrees. A Pisces degree with the moon in Pisces. There are no accidents. Libra and Pisces have an interesting in conjunction because, and that's a 150-degree angle, because Venus is exalted in Pisces and ruled at home in Libra. So this Pisces moon, I told you it'd get to 22 degrees. So it will finish up at 28 on the East Coast, 29 on the West Coast. And then we're going to jump into that Aries moon. Okay, early. So Monday, it doesn't make sense how fast it's going to be moving to get to 14 degrees late Monday night for the full moon. Something's not adding up. So I want you to realize that sometimes the moon will, it seems like it's been speeding up the last couple of years. Last year and a half, I've been doing this. So Monday, when I see you at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, theoretically, even if we got to 29, the moon should be at like 5 degrees Monday morning at 12 noon. And then the full moon is at 11 something at night. So, yeah, that'll be kind of interesting for it to get to the 14 degrees. So I guess it's going to be a little further along than that, darling. 6 degrees every 12 hours, all right? So to get to 14, it should be at like almost 8 degrees at 12 noon. When you look at this, there's no reason it should get to 8 degrees if it only goes up to 6 degrees to 29. And then 12 in the morning, 29 should get you to 5, the most 6. Watch that. Something's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because the full moon is at 14 degrees. So we see the Lilith and the Mars closer. That's going to be pretty intense. This Mars-Lilith conjunction on Sunday. A lot of football injuries lately. And I said that, I predicted that on the show with the health access, that thered be a lot of football injuries with Queen Bee and I, Numeralytics. Go subscribe to her channel. Queen Bee is the best. And go follow her Numeralytics on Instagram. She's a great follow. And so the Mercury, there you go, 28. So it should be Tuesday. Should be Tuesday that the Mercury goes into Scorpio. Oh no, it goes in on Monday, on the full moon. Yeah, at 0 degrees. So it's going to go. Sometimes Mercury will go 2 degrees in a day. So you'll see that. And it will be squaring Pluto at this time. And then the Venus, obviously is conjunct the North Node, conjunct the South Node, opposing the North Node. So are your material things good for your health? Even your car, take care of your car, keep it clean. That helps with the money and the relationships. And Jupiter's now moved to 23 degrees, so it's closer to squaring the Chiron in Aries. And so Sunday can bring up some emotions, especially this Pisces moon in the 3rd decan. And it's in that lunar mansion of Mercury. But Pisces 3rd decan is the what? Pisces Scorpio decan. And it's going to be conjunct Saturn. So we could have some emotional restrictions. This is going to bring up a lot of, even more protests on Sunday. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the news, especially as we get to the October 7th, the 2-year anniversary of this whole thing. Maybe there will be a ceasefire. Trump keeps having this tough talk. I won't allow them to do this and that or whatever. And they still keep doing whatever they're doing. So, and let's see what happens to these 500 people from 44 nations with the flotilla. Let's pray for their safety. I don't know. Sometimes you know, and now TikTok is like filled with censorship, you know, and a lot of, it's just bad, you know. So we got to just stay positive. Through restrictions and censorship and oppression comes new things. So there will be new platforms, new technologies, new internets. So stay new. Stay you. Stay authentically you, vibrating from your heart chakra. Don't go low. Stay on the high vibration frequency, gratitude, joy, love, and authenticity. You can only be you. I can only be me. I spit the poetry. I do it naturally and easily. And go check out Stars and Cards Lounge. It's going to come out later on Friday night. And then we'll have a new video coming out for you for Monday for the week. And please subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. We're trying to watch all the videos. We're trying to get enough hours. And we'll be monetizing soon and going live soon. Cannot wait. Once we can get it together and go live, we're going to be going live. All right. Elena from Searchlight Tower, Eric from BigEAstrology, and thank you for supporting the channel. You should have a good one for the weekend. Okay. And yeah, and so we'll have an Aries Monday, Tuesday, un poquito Wednesday, and un poquito Wednesday, Aries Taurus Moon Week. All right. Astro-Weather Weekend. Holla at your boy. Sign up for Coffee Talk, Eric at BigEAstrology.com, $13. Neptune and Pisces, you don't want to miss it. October 22nd transit, and Coffee Talk is Friday, October 17th, and join the tribe. Next meetings are the 10th and 24th, and you can still get in for $18 for the premium. And you get the Coffee Talks for free. It's really, really good. Great deal, such a steal. And the meetings are just outstanding. I love all my tribe members, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for showing up and supporting me and my family. It means the world to me. It's very emotional. 4 years ago today, I was still asleep. Still sleeping in a coma. I didn't wake up till October 16th. I woke up twice before on the 13th and 15th and went back to coma land because they put restraints on me, which actually hurt and had me so angry and frustrated. All I could do was go back to coma land. All right. I love you. Astro-Weather Weekend. BigEAstrology. Pew. That's it. You know what it is. Shout out and RIP to the Bismarck. Gotta tell you, there was nothing better than growing up where I grew up in the best neighborhood in the world, Upper West Side, New York City, Manhattan. And shout out to all my peoples, my crew. We have a special sensibility about us of really real humanity. It didn't matter if you were Black, Italian, Irish, Jewish, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Colombian. We were all friends. Some of my best friends are, Jamaican, Irish, Jewish, Italian. Like it didn't matter, and I wish the rest of the world could be more like the 80s and 90s of the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Okay, for real. It's just special human beings, and you could only imagine, So, thank you for watching the Astro Weather. Have a good weekend. Aquarius Pisces Moon. There's going to be more calls for compassion, empathy, peace, freedom, liberation, which we need. And there's a lot of opportunities for you to spiritually, tap in, be maniacal, intentional. This is not the time to eat Doritos and soda and hamburgers every day. I'm not judging anyone if you eat the meat, that's fine, but it does create mucus in the body and inflammation, and it takes 48 hours to digest. So So maybe just eating it 2 or 3 times a week, you can feel a little better. You know, stop the fast food. Stop. We got to eat lighter and be prepared, energetically prepared, right? We got this 3-eye Atlas energy coming into our atmosphere. Who knows what these comments and what's going to happen. Just get ready as we get closer to November 7th. We're going to have more extreme weather. I'm sensing that we've got some flooding and earthquakes and hurricanes coming this weekend into next week. So just be mindful of that. Just intuitive hits, and smile, be positive. Definitely reach out. Sign up for my newsletter. I just sent it out, BigEAstrology.com, and the birth chart sale and the coffee talks, Eric at BigEAstrology.com. But I love you. I appreciate you. I love when I get to meet you guys in person or even over via Zoom. And I got to get ready for a client and a chart reading now. Okay. So this may come out a little bit later today, depending on my time, but enjoy the weekend. Aquarius Pisces Moon, Libra season, Libra Aquarius Deacon, and go rock with the Stars and Cards Lounge. Subscribe, comment, and thank you for the support. BigE Astrology. Peace. Pew. Enjoy. My Steelers have a bye week. Hopefully the Jets and Giants win this weekend. That would be nice. All right. God bless. Peace.